Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is Fadilat, and in this video I'm going to be doing something a little different. If you didn't already know, I love and enjoy all things interior decoration. I love envisioning a way to maximize my home or really add different elements that make it feel more like a sanctuary and less like just a place that is lived in. So my partner and I plan to move, or are in the process of moving, and we will be moving towards the end of March. But I really wanted to be intentional about my plan for sort of executing on the idea or the theme that I really want to go for in the new apartment. In this video, it's not going to be a video of me purchasing pieces, but more specifically what I want to do to set the foundation before I even move. And of course, leaving room for some flexibility because of course things change. My mind will change as we get closer to, or once we actually live in the space. So the first thing that I really want to work on is thinking about or being clear about what my overall style is for the apartment. I generally love boho style decor, but also minimalist, a little bit of Scandinavian style apartments. I want the apartment to also feel modern, right? So not super outdated, but also still timeless. So when I say boho, I really mean plants and neutral colors and warm tones. And with minimalism, I want everything to have a home. I want the immediate surface areas to be clean. To give you a little bit of insight, we're moving into a slightly larger apartment with a really open living room space, which is great. I'm looking forward to that. But I also want to make sure that I'm being careful about using the space strategically, creating a little bit of separation so everything doesn't feel like it's just one huge space, but I have an actual living area. When I say boho, I really mean plants all over the place, neutral, warm, wooded tones, airy vibes, just something that feels warm and welcoming. If you know me, you know I love plants, and you know that I'm looking to grow my plant army and just increase the number of plant babies that I have always. Right? And when I say minimalism, right, the only thing I'm maximizing in this space is the number of plants that I have. But in terms of everything else, like I want it to be really clear. I want everything to have its own home. That's really kind of the style I'm going for. So the first step of this whole process for me is just identifying what colors that I'd like to keep central to the apartment. And so I'm gonna actually work with a Notion page. Let's see. And I've already kind of started on this, and you'll see some images here. And so I'm thinking of course, some pops of color, but mostly neutral tones. Yeah, my computer is not loving this. So the terracotta, oh my gosh, I've been loving that color a lot. I love mustard yellow. This is it. Okay, this is it right here. Aside from that, and I guess it is also like fall colors, but I'd also really like some neutral colors as well. So this corn silk looks perfect. Lemon meringue, interesting. I'm gonna save this as well, right? And the idea or the point of me saving some of these colors is so that I don't really stray too far away from them. My partner's obviously gonna have his own, he has his own office space, so he can do whatever he wants there. But, well, not necessarily. I have some of the creative control over the apartment, but I'll give him a little bit of a flexibility. Anyways, all right, that's one color. So definitely some of those greens, some of that terracotta, but these are the pops of color that I'd like to have, right? From the dark olive to the orangey mustard, terracotta color. Dark olive, a lot of that color is gonna come from my plants, which I'm so excited to just decorate my apartment with a ton of plants. I have some currently in my apartment, and I just am looking forward to expanding that army and arsenal. This apartment is awesome, and I really love using Pinterest because Pinterest gives you the sort of flexible or the ability to sort of see where the items can be purchased. And that's great because I'd love to be able to get an idea of where I could get these items. But I do want to be honest, most of these items may be pricey. And so I do plan on using Facebook Marketplace to slowly decorate my place by the time we move. I'm not going to pick up anything now because that's going to be a lot more to move. And I tend to think that the summer months are better, especially where I live, because it's a college town. People are more likely, or I feel like people tend to move more often in the summer. I think. I don't know. Maybe it's a hunch. It's not really backed by any research. I completely love this like whole setup. It's really spacious and it's more divided than what our apartment is going to look like, but I still love sort of the colors, right? It's keeping some of the colors I'm really interested in central. But I think a little bit of black, I can make room for a little bit of black. Like this color scheme right here looks amazing as well. Slate, it's not super black, but it's still, you know, I love this. I'm gonna add this to my color situation, okay, because I liked it. Okay, I think we will leave it with these colors, okay? You get the idea. We've got the whitish colors, we've got the neutrals, we've got the browns, the black, the green or olive, right? I already started saving a little bit to get an idea of what the Scandinavian style is, of course. I kind of want to define what it means to have Scandinavian, a home that is simple and functional with a warm decorative style. And it mixes those sort of whites and neutrals and wooded colors, which reminds me a lot of boho, because boho also embodies this sort of neutral, wooded, neutral tones. And so I'm really looking forward to incorporating both of these styles as well as minimalism. But I think Scandinavian is actually the perfect sort of theme because it also implies minimalism. Ooh, this is nice. This is nice. Yeah, and so like wooded furniture pieces is something that I want to go for. This is so perfect. And it has like similar seats to the last one or the first one that I showed. This is great. Let me save this. Now that we have an idea of what some of my inspo is, I want to hone in on particular areas of the apartment. Here's an image of what our living room area and entryway will look like. Here's an example of all, oh my gosh, this is so, I'm just like so happy for myself. Of all of the ideas that I have for the apartment, right? The warmth is there, the plants are there. You know, I'm like absolutely just in love right now looking at this board because this is exactly what my home, I would like the home to embody with that minimalist touch as well though. So it shouldn't feel, this one right here is the one. So I hope you can get a sense of what I mean when I say that my style is boho. So it's bohemian, also Scandinavian, as well as minimalism and modern. So my first piece of advice, of course, is for you to go and use Pinterest to save all of the, you know, sort of ideas that you have for your apartment. So depending on whatever theme you've identified for yourself, create a Pinterest board so that you can go through all of these sort of images and apply them when the time is right? So for this video, I really want to focus in and hone in on the living room area as well as the entryway. And so I'm thinking for the entryway, I do something like this with, you know, that sort of wiggly sort of mirror, and then a plant in the front as well, a plant that maybe doesn't need so much sunlight. And I'm putting everything in Pinterest just to be really focused, right? Like Pinterest can be very overwhelming at times because of all the options, but yeah, be really focused and maybe create another sort of space or page where you can save the ideas that are really speaking to you more than others. And you can always switch it out, as I mentioned earlier. We evolve, we change our minds, and we're entitled to do that. Okay, let's also look at apartment therapy, because one thing I do love about apartment therapy is that it gives you like before and afters, and you can pretty much search for the theme or style you're going for, and it gives you some really good ideas for ways to execute that. So obviously, once you've identified the kind of items that you want, or once you've identified the theme that you're going for with your apartment or your home, you obviously want to find places that are going to help you execute, right? On apartment therapy, these particular individuals or home designers or interior designers or just regular everyday people like myself usually give you the cheat code in terms of telling you where you can find these items. Anthropologie, Urban Outfitters, and West Elm. And I've actually, based on just some YouTube videos, I noticed that Anthropologie has a lot of what I'm looking for, as well as Urban Outfitters. But I recently also learned about World Market, and that place is like a hidden gem. Maybe not a hidden gem, but like I had no idea. Like I live right next to a World Market, and I had no idea that it wasn't a supermarket. It's actually, they also sell furniture, and they sell beautiful furniture at that. So yes, Scandi Boho. I love the fact that there are people who have already like began to merge different themes together. So we've identified our theme and the style we're going for. We have also identified a few colors that we would like to stick to in our home. We've also utilized some online resources such as Pinterest and apartment therapy to identify places where we can buy some of these furniture pieces. But I don't want you to turn a blind eye on Facebook Marketplace, because once again, some of these items, most of these items, especially in this economy, are overpriced. And Facebook Marketplace is going to be a location or a platform where you can keep your eye out for things that fit the aesthetic or the theme that you're going for in your apartment. There are websites online that teach you how to use Facebook Marketplace effectively, not only safely but effectively in terms of getting the best price that you can. Obviously not shortchanging the seller, but haggling in some ways. So I think that now that we have but I feel like we're doing it together. But yeah, I'm excited. I hope that these, tips can help you sort of re-envision how you can make your home feel more like you and more like what you want it to feel like. In addition to that, I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope that it also gives you some sort of inspiration for just home decor. You don't necessarily have to buy things to start planning. And so I am really looking forward to sort of bringing all of these ideas to life with you all. So this video is just like a sort of introductory or maybe the beginning of my apartment interior decor journey. And I really wanted to share with you all because you're going to be seeing more of this content, and I will be sharing updates of the apartment as it develops with you. And I think that's always exciting. I love videos that show you the before and then the after and then the starting and finish. So I hope you are looking forward to what that looks like. It's gonna take some time, but slowly but surely I know we will get there. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please like or comment and subscribe. Yeah, stay tuned for my next video. Bye.